Oh, being single is the worst, you guys. It really is. I know it's cliche to talk about, but it's very difficult to be single right now. Since the breakup, I've been stood up on 3 different first dates by 3 different men. Yeah, that's not even made up for the joke. It's real. And it's tough. Yeah, I know. I think the hardest part about that for me, though, is just not knowing how those men died. You know, what happened to that? Is it a grease fire, some sort of animal attack? It's the not knowing that hurts the most, you know?
Nothing triggered me like being single. Being single was my ultimate trigger. You just be out with your man doing regular shit. You just so happen to pass me in Home Goods. Now I'm triggered by the fact that you as a couple are buying bathroom shit, you know? And I'm fully triggered by your whole relationship. Like, oh, that's cute, y'all buying bathroom stuff, that's cute, he lets you decorate your cage. Better now. In a relationship, long distance, I don't like them to get too close too fast.
It's just like, I'm not mad about being divorced, I'm just mad that I'm single and 37. It's not fun anymore. You guys all seem pretty young. As you get older, the good people, they go away. And dating at this age, it feels like I'm in a town that got evacuated. And I was in the bathroom. That's what it feels like. Where did everybody go? Dating in your 30s and 40s is really like shopping at Marshall's. That's what it's like. There's been a lot of returns. Things have been worn before. Sometimes you think you found something you like. You're like, oh, this sweater's kind of nice. And you're like, oh, man, it cries when we That's not good.
I'm single, which I've always been single. I was born that way, and it suits me. I'm fine with. Most of the time, I'm okay, and then there are times it's like, I want a boyfriend. Like I just moved, and the whole time I'm like, it would be nice to like have a man to like during this. I got the boxes. I just want to have sex again. I'm missing romance. I realized. It hit me in the weirdest place. I was walking down the street the other day and a tree branch just slapped me in the face, like really hard. It was like embarrassing. I was like, whoa, but at some point in the slappage, it just slowly brushed the hair behind my ear. And I twice. So I think that maybe I shouldn't do ecstasy at that outdoor music festival this summer. I think I'm gonna take that off the docket. I just a tree. That's where I'm at.
I'm single, which is confusing. No, it's not. Because I have boobs big enough for each of them to have their own boyfriend. If you want big titties, go to church. That's what I did. These G's came from Jesus. You're welcome. Listen. Because I get real confused because I'm like, men love titties, right? And they love a big ass. I have both of those. So I'm like, all right, 2 + 2 = married. Yeah, it's weird to get up in the morning and be beautiful and single and be like, what the is happening? And the shit's hit me real hard because I'm in my 30s. Don't tell my manager. I'm in my 30s. And my best friend, she tried to warn me. She's like, listen, when you turn 30, your body's gonna freak out. And I was like, lies, bitch, lies. And then I turned 30. Then my biological clock went from snooze to European techno. So now, every time I see a child, I just hear, bang, bang, have a baby, bang, it's awesome, bang, it'll love you. Wait a minute. I have things to do today, okay? Are there any women here in their 20s? All right, let me talk to y'all for a second, because nobody told me. You have to listen to me. I'm a black woman. That's why Oprah's a billionaire, okay? You have to listen to me. Oprah's the only reason white women read. Let's talk about that. So, I need to tell you something, because nobody tried to warn me and I didn't want to listen. Nobody told me, so I'm trying to help y'all. I want y'all to know you've never been horny before. I'm telling you right now, they didn't tell me, all right? And you know what that silence is? Every woman in her 30s going, tell these bitches the truth. Nobody told me. Because I don't want to have sex, I want to mate. That's a completely different part of your brain, okay? You don't think I didn't walk in here and figure out at least 5 dudes I want to bang before this special's over? You're crazy. Hi, sir. I'm not kidding. What up, green shirt? This is not a joke.
Single currently, but I think it's okay, because I think there's times in your life where you got to focus on you, your studies, your pursuits, what have you. But there is a time limit. You get to a point where you start to question. You're like, what's up with my soulmate? What's up with true love? Is this gonna pan out? And then you get to another point where you start to doubt. You're like, what's the point? What's the point of trying? What's the point of going out, wasting my money? What's the point of pants and hygiene? And I realized not only have I given up on the dream, I gave up in my dreams. It's disturbing. But imagine, right? I'm asleep, I'm having a fantasy room full of beautiful ladies somewhere, and I'm there looking incredibly handsome, doing all the right things, making eye contact, being all rude and sexy. And right when I'm about to make my move, right when I'm about to go in for the kill, I'm like, man, this. I'm just gonna fly home on my dragon and go masturbate in my castle.
Oh, where are my single ladies at? Why is that always the response when people ask that? Like, I'm a single lady. I've been a single lady for a very long time, and woo is never how it's felt. It has never felt that way. Like, you guys should get more honest time to answer that so you can just be like, hey, where are my single ladies at? Well, I'm here. Yeah, my friend said to come. I didn't want to. She was like, maybe you'll meet someone, and I've been here for like 10 minutes, and I know I'm not going to, and I want to go home. Like, it should be a longer answer. It's never woo. I've never been home alone on like a Friday night, eating Thai food, cleaning out the litter box, watching like my 9th Law and Order, going, woo!
It sucks being single at 29 because it's like, you know, which way do I go? Do I go older or younger? Right? Like, I know 18 to 22, I know that's done. I can't fight in that weight class anymore. I can't compete. 18 to 22-year-old girls live different lives. They get things for being young and hot. They're like, I want to be on a boat. Then they're on a boat. Like, that shit just happens. It just manifests. What's France like? And they live there for 3 months, rent paid. Very frustrating. I just think I'm at a different stage in my life. I think right now I'd rather just try to bang a 47-year-old mother of 3 that could tell me what Zeppelin's like live. Like, that's what I want.
I just want people to be happy. And I feel like we can be happy if we get out of our own way. Like, I have friends who are dating, trying to date in New York and stuff, and especially my female friends will talk to me about their troubles trying to date in, like, metropolitan city, trying to date in the age of the apps and everything. And I even had one friend, she came to me with this list, and it was the list of everything that she wanted in a guy, you know? And I told her honestly, because I care about her, I need you to take that list and throw it in the trash, all right? Burn it if you have to, if that will help you forget the memory. I'll tell you right now, there's only 3 things. There's only 3 attributes that you could hope for in a guy that you're gonna make a partner. There's only 3. You need to pick 2, okay? You need to pick 2 of those 3. Whichever 2 you can live with. And move on, because you're not gonna get all 3. I hate it for you, but it's not gonna happen. I'll go over them right now. There's good dick, good person, got his shit together. You need to pick 2 of those 3. Whichever 2 work for you, and move on. And if he has 1, leave. Don't let a 1 ruin your life. Just 1? Honestly, I have friends complain to me about their 1s, and I'm falling asleep listening to the story because it's just boring. It's like, well, you told me you had 1 to begin with, so what are we really talking about? If he's just a good person, doesn't have good dick, doesn't have his shit together, just a good person, that's a friend. Like, that's... Y'all can hang out on the weekends, go to museums. I don't know why you're trying to force more, you know? If he's just good dick. Just good dick. Not a good person. Doesn't have his shit together. Just good dick. That's literally a dildo. That's what a dildo is for. Why are you stressed out? Make a mold of his dick in his sleep and leave. Nobody puts their vibrator back in the drawer like, Eva got my birthday. Like, that's... It's not gonna happen if you treat it like what it's for. Because you're not gonna get all 3. And I hate it for you. I really do. Sincerely. And every time I have this conversation with my friends, sometimes they get upset. Not every time. Sometimes they do get upset. And they're like, no. No, he has all 3. No. No, he has all 3. I know it. I feel it. I feel it here and here and here. No. He has all 3. If you really think he has all 3, he's gonna kill you. All right? That is a murderer putting on a facade, okay? I'm sure all 33 women thought Ted Bundy had all 3, you know? Seemed like, no, Ted, it's just nice, you know? It's just nice to meet a guy that, like, has his shit together as a lawyer and everything, and, like, knows his way around the bedroom, knows how to listen. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, like, that's how it went every time. You want to know what bothers me? What really upsets me? What even scares me a little bit? I don't know which 2 I am. Because I don't get to decide, you know? That's another person's decision about me. I'm scared I'm gonna be laying back with my girl years from now, right? Years from now, just laying back, we're talking about this, and I lean over to her, and I'm like, I'm good dick and a good person, right? And she's like, you have a great job, all right?